D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review. First off, I just want to say sorry I haven't been uploading anything for the past 2 weeks. I've been busy. I've been working on content for one, and two, Father's Day was the first week that I didn't post, and that week was that, and so therefore I was busy because I got babies and everything. But I'm back, and I hopefully will continue to do this every week. This one's going to be a short episode. I'm just going to talk about mostly the news and what's coming up and everything. But I will talk about shows next week and everything because there are some shows that I do want to talk about. The first thing on the news that I want to talk about, news story as far as entertainment goes, is that Toys R Us is closed. It officially closed June 29th. That means all the stores were closed. They sold everything, including the shelving and everything. If you got a chance to get in there, you got some pretty good deals. There was a lot of, and everything. There was a lot of toys for sale. And if you're like me, this is a total bummer and a huge hit towards the toy companies, because now where are they going to sell toys? I'm pretty sure Toys R Us was a huge area for them to sell their toys. So, it's a really big bummer. I'm a Toys R Us kid, and it looks like all of us Toys R Us kids are adults now, and everything. And kids these days don't want action figures or toys. They want iPads and iPhones. So that's a super huge bummer, and everything. And if you're a collector, it'll be a bummer because it'll be harder to find the action figures or figures that you need. So there's that one. That's the small story of the day. So the next is Sony has announced that they are going to do a Silk movie. Now, if you aren't familiar with Silk, her name is Cindy Moon, and she is a character from the comic books. How she got her, she's like Spider-Man, but she is an Asian American. Cindy Moon is, and what happened was she got sorry about that. She got her powers because the spider that bit Peter Parker, right after it bit Peter Parker, it swiftly jumped over to Cindy Moon and bit her. And then her power started to develop, and she got the organic webbing that you see in, let me zip this up, in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire and everything, but she has that organic webbing and everything. But as far as this movie goes, first off, this is a great opportunity as far as representation for Asians in Hollywood goes, and they've already they didn't introduce her character, but they had her character in Spider-Man Homecoming, and that was portrayed by actress Tiffany Espenson, and she portrayed Cindy Moon in that movie, and it was small. You probably don't even remember it. So I'm wondering if they ever have her in the MCU, if that actress will be playing her, and I'm not saying that this is not a good idea, but that when you have this kind of movie, that maybe it's flooding the market with Spider-Man movies. And I don't know if that's because with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out, I think that that's a good enough movie to just have that movie and slowly get into it, because you also have Venom. And Amy Pascal, who is the producer on those, she has already said that Venom is a part of the MCU, and Kevin Feige was like, no, it's not, and everything. And that's the only real superhero property that they have. So I'm wondering if Amy Pascal, if that's all she's going to do is Spider-Man movies, because it looks like they're just pumping them out with all these Spider-Man characters. And I think that slowly, and I think that the Miles Morales movie, I think that that's enough right now, because there's already there's different Spider-Mans in that one. So maybe that's the best place to introduce Cindy Moon and then move on from there. The next story I want to talk about is Roseanne was canceled about a month ago, and they've announced that they're going to be doing a spin-off show called The Conners, and it will be without Roseanne. And you are asking, how are they going to do this? Well, Roseanne has signed away the rights to the characters that she helped create, so that she doesn't get paid, because that was one of their main focuses, that Roseanne did not get any money for the characters that she helped develop in Roseanne, and they did want to pay her because of her racist comments that she had made on Twitter. I think it's great that she did that because it gives the chance for those other actors and actresses to work, and everything, because some of those actors and actresses were not working before this, and I think that, but I think that it's important to show middle America and the diversity in the political viewpoints, especially in a family dynamic, and I think that this is a good way to do that because it shows the other side of the political spectrum. And I think that if you watch that show, they do have certain some family members believe different from other family members, and I think that it's a good dynamic to show, like I said, middle America and everything. And a good way to get rid of Roseanne, and if you watch the show, is that she was having that knee surgery, so maybe she doesn't make it through the knee surgery and everything, which would not be crazy, because people have died from going into surgery, a minor surgery at that. So, I mean, that's the good way they could get rid of her. And then for the last story that I want to share with you guys is Jeremy Irons has been cast as the main character in the HBO Watchmen show. And apparently the show takes place in the future after the original comic. And from what I understand, the Doomsday Clock comic book, which is also in the future right after that, it does not play any part in this. That's their way to introduce the Watchmen into the DC universe. I'll probably do a review on it, but if you're reading it so far, meh and everything. So this is how they've said it. Irons is set to play a character known as the Blonde Man, and he's said to be highly intelligent and used to being obeyed and always correct. And I don't know about you, but this sounds like Ozymandias to me, like an older Ozymandias, so maybe that's who they're having him play. I know that they said that they're going to introduce some new characters and have some older ones in there, so I'm just very curious to who he is going to be playing, especially since he's the main character. I didn't like Jeremy Irons as Alfred in Batman vs. Superman, or in the DCEU in general, but I think that I'm definitely going to watch the show because I love Watchmen. And the last thing I want to mention is the movies that are coming out this week, and the big one is Ant-Man and Wasp. And I think that that's going to dominate, even though they said that it won't it's projected not to get as much money as the first one. Opening weekend to make as much money, even though it is a holiday weekend. So, tell me guys what you guys thought about that. Are you bummed Toys R Us closed? Are you happy about Cindy Moon making it to the big screen? And as far as representation for the Asian community goes in that. Are you going to be watching The Connors and seeing how that dynamic works without Roseanne? And how do you feel about Jeremy Irons joining Watchmen? I mean, are you excited about that? Not excited about it? Tell me what you think about in the comments section down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you could share this video, I would so be happy with that. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And I will check you guys later. All right, bye.